here we are at the dinette on our C120, the 40-foot Aspen. And Amanda, this is set up with some pretty fun stuff. It's got a beautiful teak table in the center. The lounge is good for 6 people if you want. And the table, this was an owner's idea again, and they were basically like, you know, they wanted to be able to flip and fold and slide and get out of the way. And it's been real popular. So here, let's switch. I'll take the camera. And
I'll play around with it.
You play with it. See what you think.
Are you ready?
Let me back up a sec. There we go.
This is beautiful.
Okay, there we go.
Awesome. So we have 2 little cup holders here.
And there's some more.
Right. Wow.
And then it can swing and get completely out of the way.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible. So if people really had a hard time getting out of here, or they were really full after a big meal, they'd be like, oh, push the table away and come on out. That is incredible.
Yeah, and then it'll swing around into that corner over there too.
Really?
Yeah, just keep pushing. Yeah, it'll go around. You're going 360. Then push it in.
Wow, that's great.
Isn't that fun?
That's incredible.
Yeah, all great big stainless steel hardware, and you can do locks on it.
Right here, yeah. Now, can this become a bed?
It's an option, yeah. The norm is not to do a bed, because one of the things we've got too, Amanda, if you push this switch right here, if you push that, watch what it does.
Other way. Oh, other way.
Look at that, it's a power reclining seat.
Oh, where's the TV?
It's right up here. I'll show you that in a minute.
Later, Get back and watch some TV.
That's it.
Drink right here.
That's it. Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
What a great.
And then try this one. Same thing. Does the you know, and that's just really special, because a lot of boats, you know, you kind of want to have the recliner, but you don't want to really. You know, you don't want to lose the space underneath. So that's what we did. We came up with our own reclining system.
Very comfortable.
Yeah, it worked really well. And so that's been an absolute home run. And, you know, the rear one is standard. The front one is an option, and most people get that. So.
Right. And then when you need to sit up for dinner.
Right. Yeah, it kind of transforms.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun.
All the little touches.
Yeah, the other thing behind your feet here, you've got outlets, 12 volt and 120 there.
Right.
And then here, if you lift this up, take a look at that.
Wow.
Big storage area there.
I like this so that
the
it's
spring,
not going to come falling down on you.
Yeah. And then turn behind you here and open this. You tap them and twist. And here you've got typically pots and pans.
Right.
And then you've got
big storage.
Yeah, big storage there.
Force 10 stove.
Yeah, the best you can buy.
Yeah, man.
And then look at the drawers here. And they're big. They go back 2 feet. Here you've got big storage area underneath the sink, and that goes way back there.
So 3-burner stove here.
And then look at the sink.
Wow.
Huge sink. Okay, just like home.
Nice. Yeah, it really is.
And then back here, Amanda, is the shore power. Let's switch. I'll show you this.
Okay.
So, you know, the generator is right back here in the cockpit.
Right.
And, you know, I didn't want to have to run all the AC and breakers all the way up to the helm. So rather than do that, we took this corner of the boat, and we have the power out of the generator or shore power come in right here, and this is all your shore power breakers and stuff.
Right.
And we also put in a voltmeter and an amp meter for both the house shore power cord and the air conditioner shore power cord. And then we give you a transfer switch, and really all this done with Blue Sea Systems components made in Bellingham, Washington. Here are the light switches for the Salon. So as you come in the door, the light switches are right there on the left.
Easy access for everything.
And then up above here, we got nice lights and a speaker. And then Stephen had us do a tweeter. Then he's got a series of tweeters through here. Storage
More
up above.
storage above.
Look at this, all the way around.
I noticed that above here too, on each side.
Yeah, and then look at this. These are, this is a wine glass holder here where you just pull the piece out and then these slide out. That's kind of fun.
Nice.
And then this is a neat feature that I thought would, was a little bit of space, but a place for
little extra
cutting boards and things like that.
Knives,
on my boat, it's the cookie cookie tin.
The cookie cabinet.
The cookie tin. You got to be able to get cookies on the boat.
Of course.
Oh, this is good. You got to back up and show this.
Okay.
So this is the Jamonga's drawer.
Whoa.
Okay.
Talk about storage
That's
space.
A home run there.
Yeah,
for
man.
Sure. Over here, what we've got is the microwave, and it's in a nice little, it's GE electric or stainless steel microwave.
Okay.
And, pretty good size.
Mm-hmm.
It's a plate. And then underneath, you've got drawers here.
2 more large drawers, yeah.
Most of the gals use this for food and stuff. Steven's got, his wife hasn't spent enough time in the boat yet.
I don't think so.
She's going to reclaim some of this, I bet. Refrigerator. So here, big refrigerator.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep.
1 course for me, huh, Steven? Uh-huh. Okay. And then a freezer, too.
Very nice. And ice cream bars for me.
These are more the Bentley seats. These are covered with the ultra leather again. Mm-hmm. And ultra leather is a super neat material. It's 30% more than real leather. It's a urethane finish, and it has an aramid fiber in it that's super tough, kind of like Kevlar. So you basically have this unbelievably tough fabric. And this is ultra leather too. And but it's soft, it's supple, and I mean, feel it. It's just really interesting material.
Right.
But like my boat's 5 years old now, and it looks just like this. We use U.S. made foam and U.S. made vinyls, and ultra leather is a U.S. product, and is super tough and works great. This is kind of fun here. You know, you asked where the TV was.
Right.
Here's the TV.
Look at that.
Right there.
Hidden right up there.
Yeah. And this is Stephen had a real special request. What kind of a TV is this, Stephen?
This is a 1080p.
A 1080p TV. So, and it's a smart TV, but really super amazing. We watched some movies together in here.
Right, with the nice sound system, of course, as well.
Fantastic sound.
All right.
This is our air conditioner, and this is an air-to-air air conditioner. We do an air-to-air in the Salon, standard. We can do a water-cooled one, but we find the air-to-air ones actually put out more cold air by about 1/3 than the water-cooled ones, and there's way less maintenance. The water-cooled ones, you've seen them down the floor.
Yes,
They're always growing junk inside the pipes.
And then you have to acid wash them, and they're a pain.
Yeah, and they're a pain. So, we do use one down in the master stateroom.
Okay.
But only because it's too, it's smaller. When you couldn't put an air-to-air up there. On some of our owners in the Northwest, they'll do an air conditioner in the Salon, and then they'll do a wall-less furnace for to heat the boat in the wintertime. So you can have both. Both comes standard with air or heat, one or the other. And so we do that. Here we have our stripper pole.
All right, swing around there. Whee! All right. Why don't you show me now the rooms that we have?
Oh, the staterooms. Okay, so back here is the quarter berth, and here I'll step back where you can take a picture of that.
Okay.
And it's a full twin, and the steps there swing out of the way. And this becomes, and I think Stevens used it a little bit this way. For
more
kind of
storage. Yeah, exactly. But every boat needs that.
Yeah.
And then if you need more space, what is this access to?
That's more space. Yeah. That
wow.
And
lots of space.
And then this is kind of fun to see. It's more of a machinery space, but I love to show off how we do the details. Right. Hermes teak door here. But take a look in here. Look at this.
Wow.
Is that beautiful? Stephen, can you bring the light?
That is really nice.
And
once again, like you said, everything labeled.
Is that nice? Yeah. Yeah. And even with the fuses, what size fuse goes there? What does this do? Every wire in the boat is labeled on both ends with writing in English that says what it does. Notice how the wires are color-coded. Yeah. And then look at the labels here where it says, that's the house ELCI, and there's the air conditioner ELCI right there. Right. So, hard to find boats where the guys building them care about details like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a plexiglass cover there so you can't hurt yourself. But absolute, premium yacht quality kind of wiring. And wiring's an area where a lot of owners spend a lot of time with goofed up things. I've talked to a number of owners that bought our boat who had a boat from Europe, and boy, they didn't care about those kind of details.
Right. Well, that's why everybody wants to buy an Aspen.
That's it. This floor is cool too, Amanda. This is Amtico, and it's a synthetic floor that they use on boats, and it's a urethane material again, and it's about 1/8 of an inch thick, and like the little knot here, that color goes clear through.
Okay.
It is a super tough material. We put it down with an epoxy adhesive, and you could literally take gravel and put it on the boat and have a big dog do burnouts and you can't hurt it.
Can't hurt it.
Or kids.
Yeah.
And the only way you can hurt it is to melt it, like if you put set a pan on it. And even then, the fix isn't too bad. You can actually peel individual planks up and replace one plank.
Wow.
But other details, look at how the guys have lined up the grains on all the wood here.
Yes.
That's a kind of an art that most people don't see. How that was one piece of wood that the guys worked through, and they did the same thing here. Each of these is really unusual. I have some amazing craftsmen. Even the Corian, look at the work on the Corian. All bull-nosed, and there's maybe a seam somewhere, but you never can see it.
Right.
Just absolute craftsmanship.
And just the fittings, you know, being able to turn and twist, you know.
Yeah, positive, and even the slides here are stainless steel.
Yes.
You know? So those are the kind of details that make a difference. Here we've got our Jefferson pocket stairs.
Tell me about those.
These are, you know, with the boat, there's never enough space, and a normal stair would go clear across and out the other side of the boat. So I was doing a tour at President Jefferson's house at Monticello, I think it's called. And he had developed these stairs to get in and out of his library. And I thought, Jefferson pocket stairs, they even have a name for them. So they work great. As long as you get used to it, it's typically right first, and you toggle your way down. You know, at a boat show, people, the first time they try them, they'll try them with their wrong foot forward, and then they'll have trouble.
Right.
But look at this. This comes up, and you have storage for 14 bottles of wine built right into the boat.
Right into the boat.
And, you know, nice piano hinges.
Yep. And
all Burmese teak here again. And then if we come on down, and we'll show you the...
So, this is the starboard hull.
Yeah.
Which you said was a bit larger, correct?
That's right. Yep. And here I'm in the stateroom, or the head here.
Look at your headroom. Wow.
Yeah, and there's a skylight above too. So, and then you've got a skylight in the other stateroom right behind you there.
Nice light. So let's switch around and take a look at that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a queen size? Yeah, queen size berth.
Yeah. The mirror there on the right-hand side was Stephen's idea, and you can actually see it's working.
Hi.
Right there above the bed. So
yes.
His idea was he wanted to be able to look that direction and see out through the side of the boat.
Oh, interesting.
I can actually see that.
So can I.
Yeah. You should try the bed and see if it's big enough.
Let's see.
All right.
Let me see. Oh, we even got a TV here too. Oh, yeah, it's definitely big. And comfy. And you're right. If you look here, you can see it.
Yeah.
That's
it works.
Nice.
Now, the other new thing that Stephen had us do is the hull side here. You see the windows?
Yes.
We normally had a 24-inch port light. This is a 17, and then we added these windows on either side.
Nice.
He wanted a lot more light, and
so you
know,
get airflow here if you need it, but you have more ambient light along with the skylight as well.
Yeah. And then there's a hatch in back as well. Yeah. This is a fun space. Yeah. Notice the mattress. It's real cushy.
Super comfy.
So these are something we developed with our owners too. This is a tri-density foam mattress that we developed. It's got a 3/4 inch layer of closed cell foam. Yep. Then it has a 3-inch layer of mattress foam. That's a special density, and then a 2-inch layer of other foam. So the total thickness is only 5 inches. Right. But feel how comfortable it is.
It is very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for 2 people too.
Yeah.
Really feels like it.
And then on the right here we have a nice hanging locker. And then Stephen had us do a TV here too. Is
you have, at least 4 sockets here.
Yep.
For charging phones or different types of things. It's really great.
This is an air conditioning outlet up here.
Yeah, and I noticed over here too, you have some over here in the corner. Which is nice to be able to adjust.
And then, good airflow is really important. Here's a hanging locker, and all the stuff that goes in a boat.
Yeah, of course.
And
good reading material.
Outlet here for charging phones.
Yep.
Notice the vinyl work. I don't know if it'll come out on the camera.
Yeah.
But this is
fit and finish of it all.
Look at how that just flows right around.
Yeah, it definitely
smooth,
does.
and it's a compound rolling radius, and the guys pulled it off without a wrinkle. That's yacht quality.
Yeah, it is beautiful
Look
all
at
around.
The door frame here. This is Burmese teak. you know, the doors themselves are beautiful Burmese teak, and then they have an air grill at the top and one at the bottom. And the hinges are actually adjustable. Teak moves around a little bit with weather, and by these special hinges we can adjust that. And notice there's a gasket too. So when it shuts, I'll close it for you.
Yeah, let's see.
Feel what it sounds like, or you know, kind of the Mercedes door.
Nice.
You know.
That is nice.
Yeah. All right,
Excellent.
and all the doors have magnet closes or holders on them. Let's switch, and maybe I'll take the camera.
Yeah, and what about this? Is this the flooring, the same flooring that we were?
Right. This is a Burmese teak floor, and notice the finish is the polished finish. We can also do a satin finish.
There you go.
But
very nice. Nice space in here.
Yeah.
Large storage area.
Nice bowl sink, and it gives you storage underneath.
Right, and there's more hanging here for towels and such, and more storage behind the door even. Underneath the sink.
Pantry, storage under the sink.
And I love that little touch that when you open it, the light turns on.
Right.
So you can actually see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you know, the head space here is actually very comfortable.
Yeah. And it's a Dometic toilet, half horsepower with a 72 blade chopper, so it'll eat anything.
I hear it.
So that bifolds the other direction there.
This way?
Yeah, kind of goes away.
This way.
And then it'll go, back into the shower area.
Okay.
And so look at this. You have a huge stand-up shower.
Nice. And I bet you...
even for Larry there's room.
Wash my long hair in here. But even for Larry, you could get this in here.
Yeah.
And, you know, the touch of having the air conditioning come in here as well.
Right.
And have airflow in a space that is sometimes
And then look at this teak grill on the floor.
Yep.
A lot of the guys are doing plastic at this point.
Yep.
Here's a nice touch too. Look at right here.
Handhold.
A handhold, but also a place to hang clothes and hang rain gear.
Or to dry
one of the
out.
owners said, "Well, that's where I'll hang my gown when I go to the yacht club events."
Yes, exactly. When there needs to be no wrinkles, right?
Right.
The other thing too is even if you are in rough seas, a lot of the times this is where you're going to get hurt, and when you're sloshing around, and you're wet,
no
and you're
sharp
slippery,
edges. Yeah.
Exactly. There's no sharp edges anywhere, and you've got.
This was right where your hand is at. This was set up where you could put a little shelf and have your soap and shower things and stuff like that. So as we go forward here, you've got you're standing on the house battery bank right there. And that floor pulls up.
I see this little.
Yeah, that pulls up there, and
looks like it's a little.
It's a bit snuggly. Yeah, let's not worry about it. But it's accessible, really easy to get to, and the batteries that are in there are not so large that a normal human being can't pick them up. Some of the guys are using batteries that are literally way too heavy. I don't know. You have to have a crane to get them out. And look at this nice little switching assembly here. Part of the house battery bank stuff.
Yeah.
And then if you pull this shelf right here, that comes down.
I remember this from last time.
Yeah.
This was the little area where the ladies got to do their makeup.
Right. With the light and everything. Yeah.
And their 12-volt here for anything.
And some of the gals have got their computers in here.
Oh, as a workspace.
Yeah, it's a workspace.
Right. Exactly.
So pretty nice.
Very nice.
And then a big air grill there, outlet for air. Notice when you push the curtain or the mirror, it actually has a little capture point.
Yes.
Those little pieces capture it. Yeah.
Place, which is
and then you have a handhold above here on the right. And then look behind the sink here. Maybe you can grab that. Show them this was a little cabinet behind the door here.
A little cabinet, yes. Excellent. Yeah. This is where all the makeup goes.
All right.
Very nice.
So now here we're in the master stateroom. This is an Island King.
Wow.
Again, with one of our special mattresses. And the TV, a lot of owners actually like to have it where their head's up forward, and then the TV's in
facing backwards. Yeah,
These
one
are
way or the other.
Panels that get into beautiful wiring.
I remember that from the last Aspen 40 that we did. That's easy, accessible. Nope. And then I like this here too.
And look out across.
So you can see the stars at night.
That's it. Look out those big windows there, and they're on both sides.
Wow, that's very nice. The ambient light in this room is just absolutely beautiful. You don't feel.
Space. And the other thing to think about is
Closed
that
in.
the king size bed here is, 15 feet from the guest staterooms. So even if you have somebody snoring back there,
you're not going to hear it.
You're not going to hear it, and that's really nice.
Right,
and then there's a big hanging locker.
Tons of storage behind here. I
too.
remember that from last time too. And back here behind the mirror, we can slide it, right?
Big storage area there. And that's the standard TV location. There.
Right.
And then look
where
here,
this
you've
owner
got
flipped
another big storage area here too,
Yeah.
big closet. And most of the time the gals take the starboard side with the bigger hanging locker and the bigger bathroom. And the guys, kind of take the port side often. Yeah. So
Very
kind of
nice.
fun. So let's move over to the port side.
Okay. Once again, this beautiful sink bowls. I do love these. You said there was an option for different colors, and
We've done stainless steel, and we've done white and green, and quite a variety there. Oh, this is a fun area here to take a look at. And Stephen, you might be able to bring the light, kind of light it up a little bit. So this is our DC panel, and the Helm is just to the right here, right behind where we're looking at. These are all Blue Sea Systems switches and breakers again. These are remote control battery switches here, so we're able to, just by the flick of a switch, turn off the house battery or the engine or the electronics battery. It comes standard with voltmeters and that measure the volts and the amps, and the amp hours are standard in this Blue Seas VSM here, so real nice. This is our automatic bilge cycle counters. So if you leave the boat and you left it with zeros, and let's say that number 3 here came on, it would count. Okay, and so and if it comes back and you've been gone for 2 weeks and has one cycle, maybe that's okay. If you come back and it says 3,000,
you have an issue.
You have a problem. But if you didn't have the bilge pump cycle counter, you wouldn't know.
You would never know, right? Yeah.
So we do a lot of those kind of things that are really good for owners. This is our Blue Sea system. Stephen ordered the solar panels for up above, and he's got 400 watts of solar panel charging. So right now with the clouds, we're getting 1.2 amps in, and we're at 12.5 volts on this house battery bank. This is the controller for the Magnum inverter charger, and then take a look at this. This tips
more
out.
special wiring. Wow, that's just impressive.
Look at that. Is that nice?
Very, very impressive. And that's where his backup VHF is.
Right. Yeah, and it's in charge mode right there.
Yeah.
Kind of handy.
Very nice.
And then you've got all your Blue Sea Systems fuse holders here, and they're all labeled with what they do. And the wires are all labeled, and beautifully done wiring is kind of our hallmark. Do it right, do it once, and not have to come and work on it all the time.
Right. Reliable to have.
Yeah.
Now it looks like you have a backup aft camera here.
Yep.
I can see
a lot
someone
of folks
here.
get that, and then there's one in the engine room pretty often too.
Nice.
This is the stereo here.
This is his Mac Daddy Fusion stereo.
It's he's got a lot. When we'll interview Stephen, and he can tell you about his stereo because he knows more about it than I do. It was quite a project. Another subwoofer here. Here's a cabinet a lot of guys miss, right on the side of the helm seat. And for some folks it's spices and things like that. And
right.
You just have everybody rigs their boat differently.
These are just so soft and so nice.
Yeah. Here,
and I
want to sit in there.
Yes.
And see how comfortable.
This is really, really comfortable. And I remember from last time putting my feet up, and then you were saying, well, Amanda, that's for the short people, and then for the married people, you got the second ring down here.
Amanda, you don't need the lower rung.
No, I can't. I was bending over for that one. But I can see how, even here, you're perfectly comfortable here. And the all-important cup holders.
Cup holder, and then open that cupboard there. You've got, not there, right forward. There you go. Little glove box,
Very nice.
For the stuff that you need at the helm.
Yeah,
but look at how accessible everything is. Your VHF radio, all the computers are accessible,
right.
Throttles, autopilot, and then your switches and everything are on either side of the helm.
Bow thruster,
right. Yep.
Which is
right.
really nice.
And then this is a 16-inch chart plotter here, and then two 12s, and then you've got your we went with kind of the normal fuel gauges, water gauges. Some of the guys are switching to digital everything.
This was great because if something goes out in the electronic system, at least you have your fuel, your water.
And we actually still put a compass in too. Some people smile, but to me, when it's foggy, you really need the compass.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah. Another thing that Stephen had us do is he wanted to offset this with black, and we did that for him. And then this is new here, where normally it's teak here, but he had us do teak all the way along the lower part of the dash here.
It's beautiful. It absolutely
it really is pretty.
And looks beautiful.
It surprised both of us how much that cost.
But it's a beautiful addition.
It really is. Yeah.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
So good call.
Aren't these seats great?
Yes. I mean, just the comfort, and then you can, if you want to rest your head back, you can lift these up. I'm sure.
There's some little buttons you push. Yeah. And that works good. Nice. This is a neat feature here, where you've got fresh air at the flick of a switch, and this sucks air in from underneath the brow outside, so you have some fresh air. And then this panel here up above actually opens as well,
just like
and
the TV.
Yeah, well, it drops down, but what's up there is a space for a lot of the computers and stereo stuff. It's kind of like a local, net. I mean, there's pick routers, all kinds of different things up there, and it's a nice place to put them, and they're easy to get to and easy to work on.
Right.
Kind of the way we like to roll. One of the things you get to do with an Aspen too is you get to pick your Corian, but you also get to pick the backsplash.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Upstairs and downstairs. So, yeah, here, I'll give you that back.
All right. And then the other thing is too, just the pano of these windows. You feel like you're absolutely outside.
Yeah.
The whole entire length of the boat is these huge, beautiful pano windows.
Right. So there's no place in the boat where you have a crummy view.
No.
A lot of boats, you end up half the customers, half the guests end up sitting in a space that's, no visibility, just driving around in a cave. That's not what people came boating for.
Right.
They came boating to enjoy the outdoors.
Right.
So down here on the port side, we've got another set of Jefferson steps, and on this side there used to be 3 steps. On the new boats, we've turned it into 4, so it's a little easier to go up and down for people with knee issues. And then here we come back, and we have a whole nother head and shower here, and this is a great shower. I'm 6'2", big guy, lots of room,
plenty of room, and that's what the nice thing about this. You have 2 full staterooms that are comfortable,
and 2 showers.
And obviously one is nicer than the other, but still the other person doesn't feel cheated by any means, because you both each have that.
This is new, a nice little shelf here.
Yep.
And then you still have the vanity that we had before. I don't know if you can switch around and see that, but a nice little vanity.
Yep.
And then a towel rack behind. The window, the port light here is larger than it was on the first boats.
Okay.
And
once again, the nice doors, same thing.
And beautiful stainless hardware throughout.
Yeah. More storage here.
Yep, that's in that port companionway.
And the handhelds everywhere.
Yes.
That's just what's
seems obvious,
really
but a lot
nice.
of guys don't do that.
Right. Now, this was the other thing that we didn't showcase is all the storage.
Yeah.
That we have along
here. Even the floorboards where you're standing here on the port side of the master come up,
here too.
And there's storage there too.
Wow. And once again, we have
below the bed here as well.
Yeah.
And
the floorboards underneath your feet.
Yep, these come up too. And then you've got a nice shelf on the side. And you need to be able to put things away.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I think we've done the tour here.
We have done the tour. This is a great tour. Yippee!
All right. Good deal. Thank you,
Thank you.
All right.